My son's name was Patrick Eli Woods, and I am his mother. The day of his death, he and his sister and brother were having a birthday party for one of their friends. They had planned this that evening. All these kids worked, and so they were all going to come over here when they got off work. I was living in Grove at the time. My health was really poor. That night, they said it was 4 to 5 people came through the front door. I guess when the kids had gathered up, they had not locked the door because these people came in the house. What I'm told is that they had ski masks on. They put them on the floor in the den with automatic rifles at their heads. They tell me that they beat my stepson up in here, broke everything that was in my china closet, threatened everybody's life, and my son had been asleep still, and he wasn't quite awake when this all started, and they wanted money or pot or whatever they could get. You know, that's what they were looking for. And they didn't get what they were looking for. What they wanted was not here. And for what reason, nobody really can understand, this Jason Allen Hooks takes the gun and shoots my son as they're getting ready to walk out the door. And that was the end of my son's life. My neighbors across the street called us in Grove. We had just arrived home. I'd just gone in, taken a shower. Phone call came. They said there was police and ambulance here and that we needed to get here. So we turned around and drove like mad people back, but it was too late when we got to the hospital. The case went unsolved for over 7 years. After 2 years, it went to cold case, and Detective Eddie Majors called us just out of the blue to tell us that he was picking up Eli's case because there had been new information and that they were going to follow up on it and that they would keep us informed as to what was happening. And you know, I got really excited, and he said, now, I don't want to get your hopes up. I just want you to know that we're working on it. And he would say that every time, you know, he didn't want to get our hopes up. And he would either call me or come and see me on a weekly basis throughout that next year and keep me informed as to where they were and tell me what he could. You know, there were things he couldn't tell me. And then finally, he calls me and he says, now, I'm going to tell you something before it hits the paper and the TV. He says, we have arrested Jason Allen Hooks, who is the person that we believe killed your son. And he said, I don't want to get your hopes up, but we're working on it to the best of our ability. Eli was an extremely popular person in his school. Like I said, he was a very kind and giving person. He was also, just like all the other kids his age, he experimented. I knew that he smoked pot. I didn't have a problem with that. He wasn't a drinker. You know, I didn't see terrible behavior from it. I think that the reason that these people came to our house, this guy either knew about Eli from being in school with him, because he was in school with Eli. I think he just didn't like Eli because Eli was a good guy and he was a popular guy. And Jason Allen Hooks did not have anything that my son had. My son had brilliance, popularity, motivation, and he had a good family. We put a stone out in the front yard for Eli, and I established that's called Eli's Garden, the whole front yard. Only in the summertime, part of it is a vegetable garden, but there's a stone there, there are flowers there, there are benches and a swing, and you know, I'm out there in that garden every day, no matter what, except in the winter I'm not out there as much. Jason Allen Hooks took our future. Our son was our future. Our daughter is too, and our stepson, but you know, they are so tainted by what they experienced. I don't even know if they'll ever get married. It doesn't look that way anyway right now. And so I don't know if we'll ever get any real grandchildren. There isn't anything called closure. I believe that we got some justice, which I very much appreciate that. But closure will never come, because my son's not here when I get up in the morning and go to bed at night, or every holiday, just like this holiday we're having tomorrow. We always do big family things, and he's not going to be there again.